you a parent suddenly in a child-free house? If so, this is for you. In this video, I'm going to discuss some ways to navigate this transition, especially for ADHD brains dealing with disrupted routines and sudden free time. I'm Andrea, and I'm an ADHD coach and educator and the creator of the Primed System for ADHD Management. I have been ADHD aware for over 20 years. Look, I'm not a parent, but I see the struggle in friends. You see the kids off. You help them unpack. You hug in a crowded hallway. You hold it together and then you come home and the house is quiet. You can hear the fridge hum. You cheer about the sudden freedom and then you cry in your coffee, and sometimes both in the same few minutes. Both are normal. From what I've been seeing with people in my life recently, this moment shows up a lot. I see people's kids go through all stages, from kindergarten to post-secondary to post-secondary, and I missed high school in there, but you get the point. And when I got the idea to create a blog post for this, about this, it then became this whole multi-channel content. And so I scrolled through social media and forum posts, and I talked to friends, and I texted, and I really got a sense to see where people were at with this transition. And this experience is not exclusive to neurodivergence, I know this, but neurodivergence might experience it differently. And so let's talk about what happens after move-in day and why the quiet might feel heavy. And let's talk about how to make this stage workable, and I'll give you some simple actions you can take today. Parenthood takes up so much mental space, and even when the kids are older, your days orbit them, right? And by older, I mean teenagers. You got the meals, rides, money transfers, text check-ins, calls, and that constant just-in-case mode. So when they leave for post-secondary education or whatever the next adventure is, maybe they're not going to college, university, maybe they're traveling, doing something else, maybe they're just moving out, something shifts. You're still mom or dad, but daily life is different. So for ADHD in midlife, that loss of structure hits hard in a different way. It's like the air conditioner clicks off and you only notice because of the quiet. So let's name that challenge. Let's call it the now what spiral. Now what? You become aware of unfinished projects. Now what? Dinner feels harder even though the fridge is full. Now what? You're not hungry, but you know you should eat. Now what? You try to rest and you end up scrolling, then you feel guilty for scrolling. It's okay. It's okay. You're adjusting to a new rhythm. So here's a simple framework that helps. Small rituals, simple structure, one small experiment, 9 ideas. And I apologize if you need an even 10, but I got 9. So number 1, rebuild routine with daily touch points. So that could mean pick one for morning and one for evening, such as a short walk after coffee, a 5-minute reset before bed, whatever that reset looks like. Write tomorrow's first task on a sticky note and keep that task so small it sticks. Number 2, fuel on purpose. Choose one protein-rich meal and just make that on repeat. Prepare 2 easy snacks you actually like. Use a simple hydration cue after coffee. Just keep it simple. Just keep things in rotation. Number 3, when you get a heavy feeling, name it and then move that energy. So say, I feel restless. And then for 20 minutes, I'll move and start one small thing. So to recap, up to this point, I've suggested rebuilding your routine. intentional eating, and naming the feeling along with moving the energy. Number four, reset your environment. In other words, update your space. Your home space was set up for a busy household. Adjust it. Consider how it could better suit your needs. So here are some ideas. Store items in areas that work for your brain, near where you use those items. Have multiples if you need to. So if you use moisturizer in 3 rooms, just have 3 different moisturizers. Don't go running around the house. I mean, you wouldn't store your TV remote in the bathroom, so why are you storing other things in places where you have to go get them? They should just be there. Another ADHD friendly task is to clear one landing zone, aka a launch pad. And that's the first thing you see when you walk in the door. If you don't already have one, that is, a lot of people do. But also another good thing is if every person who lives in the house has their own. A landing zone is a storage item by the door, a bin, a basket, etc. for outgoing stuff. And so again, everyone should have their own launch pad, so you're not digging through each other's stuff. So for example, you don't grab your partner's keys instead of your own. Also, on the reset your environment theme, reclaim your space. Establish a cozy, quiet space where your eyes can rest, or where you can do things that regulate your nervous system. Number 5, protect real rest with boundaries. That means give downtime a start and a finish time. Real rest means taking a break from your work and your distractions. So for example, 25 minutes, a cup of tea or a glass of wine, beer, whatever, chair, no phone. Number 6, move before you sit and while you sit. So you could do, for example, incline push-ups against the kitchen counter while your coffee's brewing, whether you're making a full pot or your Nespresso or whatever your pot system is. Take a brisk walk around the block before email. Do chair squats while you're on a call. Maybe not on a video call, that could look strange, but movement primes attention and you'll get more done in less time. So, recapping to this point, out of the 9 reframes that I am suggesting. Number 1, where was I? Rebuild your routine. Number 2, intentional eating. Number 3, naming the feeling along with moving the energy. Number 4, upgrading your space. Number 5, giving yourself time to rest. And number 6, moving your body. So that brings us to number 7, and that is choose one new activity. So ADHD brains thrive on novelty. If you have ADHD, you know this. Choose one new low-stakes activity you can try out starting this week. So maybe that's a Wednesday community walk, or a pottery drop-in, or 10 minutes of guitar with a YouTube tutorial. It takes 10 minutes, use what you already have. Go to the dollar store and get yourself some art supplies. I mean, I've done that and, well, I don't really use them. But you can do it cheaply and with low barriers to entry. And pick one, not 5. So number 8, if you're a student, your child is struggling, ask before you fix. Ask, on a scale of 1 to 10, how overwhelmed are you? And then reflect back what you hear. So you could say, sounds like mornings are the hardest. And then offer one next step if they want it. So you could ask them, would you like to brainstorm one small tweak, or do you just need me to listen? And that's the idea. Do they want help, or do they just need to vent? You model calm, they build trust. And here we're getting to number 9. of our 9-point reframe. If you're co-parenting, keep communication open. Agree to check in on timing, or agree to check in timing so your kid isn't pulled in multiple directions. That's the key moment. You replace missing structure with different kinds of structure. Like, it won't be perfect, it won't be workable, but you can do this. So to recap: 1, rebuild routine. 2, intentional eating. 3, name the feeling and move the energy. 4, reset your space. 5, rest with boundaries. 6, move before you sit and while you sit. 7, one small experiment to get that ADHD novelty seeking fulfilled. 8, ask before you fix. And 9, align check-ins. So that's enough to start. As I said, I apologize to people who need an even 10. But yeah, it's a good start. And these suggestions actually follow the ADHD primed framework. It's a framework for ADHD management that I teach and I coach. 6 systems, real structure, ADHD friendly support that works. And I actually have this diagram that I did for a shorter video recently. There you go. I will put this in the description as well. This was, like I said, inspired by seeing people go through it. It's inspired by my friends whose children are leaving the nest. So I wrote a full piece and created a free printable PDF to make this easy. What I shared here is basically a blog post summary. So on my website, there's a 1-page quick start and a weekly worksheet. The link's in the description, and you'll find all the information. So I hope you found this useful. Subscribe, share, comment below, do all the things that you do. Thanks.